Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording Wednesday, March 5th, in the middle of, I should say, the Celtics' big homestand. They got the Blazers tonight, which you guys are going to hear about in this one. They're 1-1 so far. It
Biggest
feels
game
weird
of the
that
homestand tonight.
they're only 2 games into a 7-game homestand, and it feels like they've been home for like a week. So it's a little bit weird. But how you doing, Sam?
Doing good. I'm excited to go up to the game tonight. It'll be cool. Get to see old friend Delano Banton, and maybe Rob if he made the trip. He's not going to play, but maybe see him in street clothes, showing off his drip on the sideline. Exciting show for you guys today. Be talking about the game, of course. We'll go around the NBA, check up on the standings. It is one of the more exciting times of year to do so because we're now looking at the playoff picture. And we'll, talk about the misfortune of the Mavs, go through and talk about LeBron. Had a nice referee call out, and just a little update from other teams around the league. We'll do the rat list, and we'll get out of here. It'll be fun. Make sure you stick around, watch us, and then after, leave a like, comment, tell us what you thought of Celtics Blazers. Subscribe and hit the bell. We're here every single day. New pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps are up the morning after each game. Other videos are on the channel in between, and we're streaming pregame half hour before each game. So that means tonight we'll be here for the Sixers game. And Celtics the Roundtable back. Be on the lookout. Probably on a off day during the week when the Celtics don't play, and we'll try and assemble the Avengers.
Indeed. But for right now, let's jump over to Celtics Blazers.
All right, we are here after the Celtics 128-118 win over the Portland Trailblazers. One of the most hilarious games I've ever watched. I'm sure Sam will say the same. I'm sure everyone will say the same. Derrick White and Payton Pritchard. First of all, no Jason Tatum for Holiday. No Chris Duffy. I guess the starters out. Jaylen Brown played all right. He played some really good defense, but the scoring wasn't there for him. But it didn't matter because Derrick White and Payton Pritchard combined for more points than 2 Celtics have ever combined to score in a single game, breaking the record previously set on Friday, 83 combined, because Pritchard and White scored a combined 84, and they both had 40. Pritchard 43, Derrick White 41. They both had 9+ threes. Pritchard had 10. Derrick had 9. First time that's ever happened in a game. Chauncey Billups laughed after the game because that's all you really can do. Just what a performance by Payton Pritchard and Derrick. Some of the shots they were hitting were insane. I know you brought up one on the logo, like just an absurd display of shooting and scoring and everything from these guys.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I was on the other end of this, I'd be pretty heated. Not going to lie. 84 points from 2 guys that aren't the guy or the second guy is pretty crazy. But this just kind of goes into, we talk about this kind of stuff with this team all the time. Derrick White has emerged as somebody who can create his own shot. Payton Pritchard can create his own shot. He always kind of has been able to create his own shot, but he's much better this year. Like, we joked about it when it happened last year, but the game against Sacramento, when leading up to it, we had all had like conversation, like, what if Pritchard had the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter? Like, what would happen then? Like, would that be better? And then he does, and they almost cough up this massive lead because he's getting all the attention from the defense. Well, today he was put in a position, and also this year as a whole, he's been put in a position where he is a focal point. Everybody knows about him. He's a 6th man of the year front runner. Like, he's not a secret anymore. People know. And he's out there with no Jason Tatum, no Kristaps, no Drew, and he's going nuclear. His first shot of the game is a pull-up 3 in transition. He buries it, makes his next 2. One of them is a step-back created shot with the shot clock going off against Scoot Henderson, who played like the best possible defense you could play. And the make doesn't even hit the rim. Like, he was dialed in from the beginning. I asked him after the game if he like had a moment where he thought he knew he was on, and like he wouldn't even like budge on that. He was just like, no, like I was just trying to like make the right reads. And I think that was an honest answer. Like, the way Pritchard played tonight at the beginning of the game was very similar to how he checks into every single game and goes in and will find a way to get a 3 up. And then he just continues to take good shots. Like, you look at the shots that both of these guys took in this game, unless the shot clock was at 0, they were not taking anything that you could constitute as a heat check. Not once. That's pretty remarkable for 2 guys that had it going the entire day.
Yeah, and thinking back on that Pritchard Kings game, like, I do feel like we ignored the context of if the other guys on the court are Xavier Tillman, O'Shea Brissett, etc. probably not going to have a lot
Good
of space
point.
to work with. That's not something that like I'm like, oh, obviously I didn't fucking think of it either. But like
On the
thinking about the
contrary, though,
context of the games.
what's good about that is this is a game where he's not out there with those guys, and he's still the one that's like doing the scoring.
Exactly.
He's
No,
able
that's my
to
point. 100%.
penetrate. Like that shows so much of the growth he has had over the past year. Like even in the
Yes.
fourth quarter, the Trailblazers were dead set, and Pritchard says he didn't know he had 10 threes, but they were dead set on not letting him make another three to tie the record. And he just took whatever he was given. He did not care. If they pressed up on him and were like getting in his space when he had the ball, he got to the paint at will. They were giving him free drives. He was taking it, and he was kicking out. He didn't care about how many points he scored today. It was remarkable.
I mean, they made tomorrow's video very easy for me. So that is free. No, but it is kind of crazy how long it took the Blazers defense to adjust to the shots these guys were hitting off screens. Like they would dribble around, they constantly went over screens, but they would just step in or step to the side and make space and rise up. You get to the fourth quarter, you finally have Jabari Walker and like Tamani Kamara hedging and pressing up on screens, and then obviously Pritchard's quick enough to drive right by Jabari Walker. Walker, by the way, it's 6 threes in this game, hit 12 before this game this season. Crazy. But the way they were able to navigate screens and move off the ball and adjust to the Blazers defense. I mean, that Blazers adjustment is why they didn't break the record or whatever. In that fourth quarter, if they didn't adjust, they probably would. Pritchard would probably have tied Clay's record or gotten close to it or broken Marcus's record for sure. It's just what a night, man. I don't know how much there is actually to like dissect and analyze. I think tomorrow's video for me, or today's as you're listening to this, is probably just going to be something along the lines of like how they did it, how the Blazers reacted, and how it was able to come together. But man, just what an incredible performance for Derrick White and Payton Pritchard on a night where Jaylen Brown didn't have it. You needed guys to step up. And let's be honest here, like Blazers played fucking good. Like the Blazers played really well in this game. Celtics defense faltered at times for sure, but like you're probably accounting for maybe one Jabari Walker 3. You get 6, so that's 15 fucking points right there. That takes you from 118 to 103. Obviously, you can't really play math like that, but if you go by the percentages, that's around closer to what he shoots. Like him making 0 or 1 3 would have been closer to his season percentage than making as many as he did. Like that like you don't count for that, right? That's the guy you help off of more so than anything else. But regardless, like credit to Pritchard, credit to White for playing, stepping up in a role, getting to their threes in a versatile way. Like it wasn't all catch and shoot. It wasn't all off the dribble. It wasn't all, coming off screens. They did it in every different way. I mean, I made a video last week on these guys, like Payton Pritchard's effective field goal percentage coming off screens this season is 95.8%. That's ridiculous. Like that, like absurd that statistic is. And it probably went up tonight.
Best dude,
even crazier.
Or do you know?
Malik Monk's,
don't look it up.
Malik Monk's also in the 90s. Malik Monk's around like 91%. And then past that, Derrick White's next at like 78.9%. So like there's a massive drop off. Payton Pritchard's also averaging the most points per possession. This was like last week when I did the video off screens this year. And obviously it doesn't count for off the dribble threes and stuff like that. But man, these guys are some of the most unbelievable scorers for. They might be the best third and fourth scoring options as individual scorers and everything. And I talked to Noah about this upstairs, and people aren't going to like this take. If Payton Pritchard was on the Knicks instead of Jalen Brunson, could he do the same thing?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think as well.
I think he could. I think he could do it. I mean,
tweet Andrew Claudio right now. Ask him.
I hope the Knicks fans find this. I think he could do it better.
New short tomorrow. This is it. This is the clip from the show. Bing bong.
Listen. Oh, people are just so mad at this. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to argue that Payton Pritchard is currently a better basketball player than Jalen Brunson. He's just objectively not. There's not even close. But it is the same reason the Celtics traded Aaron Nesmith. It's the same reason that Delano Banton is now a good rotation player. It's the same reason that Lauri Markkanen popped off in Utah. It's all about opportunity. Like the NBA, every single player in the NBA is in the 0.001% of basketball players on the planet. I don't care if it's a two-way player. I don't care if it's fucking LeBron, right? That is like, there are so few players this talented. And when you get to that finite amount of players, it's literally all about what opportunity you're put in. I think Pritchard could put up unbelievable statistics, and this isn't even a direct shot at Jalen Brunson. This is just using him as the example because I think they're somewhat similar players in their size and the way they navigate screens and stuff like that. And obviously, Jalen Brunson does it at an extremely high level. I think he's a top 10 player in the NBA right now. Jalen Brunson's unbelievable. But what you see tonight when Pritchard gets a chance to play like that, you can see the similarities, right? And the roster that was out there for the Celtics tonight was probably worse than the one Jalen Brunson has to work with in New York. And that's not a shot at these guys, but you talk about the spacing they have there. OG Anunoby's a good 3-point shooter. You have Josh Hart, so that takes it down a little bit. Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the best floor spacing bigs ever, right? I'm not saying he could do it as, right now, you put Payton Pritchard on the Knicks, they're better, right? That's ridiculous because there's so much more that goes into it, chemistry and working with the team and the relationships and everything like that. But if you look at the skill set, shit, man, he's a better fucking. What's Jalen Brunson shooting from 3? I don't want to talk out of my ass, but he's a better shooter. I don't think he's as good at drawing fouls. I don't think.
I love this.
I don't think he's as good at drawing fouls. I don't think he's as good at reaching his ass out into the defender and getting to the line. Yeah, Brunson's shooting 38.8% on 6 attempts a game. I don't know, man. I'm getting ignorant now. I need to chill, but it's listen. 26, 3, and 7.5 is what Brunson's averaging. If you gave Pritchard that shot volume and the spacing and the opportunities Brunson has in New York, shit, man, look at what Brunson did in Dallas before he got here. Brunson wasn't shit before he got the opportunity to do so. That's all I'm saying.
Brunson's a system MVP candidate. You heard it here first.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Brunson is an extremely talented player who got the opportunity to elevate his game because the team trusted him enough to put the ball in his hands. I'm not saying Pritchard will ever get to that point, but if he were to get to that point, I think he has a skill set to do something similar. That's all I'm saying.
I don't disagree with you. It's just we would have to see it in practice, and I don't know what team is going to ultimately take a swing at him first. Last thing on Pritchard. Sorry. He obviously came off the bench in this game. Then he played 43 straight minutes. His first stint on the bench was the only time he sat.
He didn't sit again?
He played 43 minutes in this game, so I'm assuming that he sat the first 5 minutes and then just played the rest of the game.
No way.
He 100% played the whole second half. That's a fact. That I know for certain that he played the entire second half.
That's crazy.
Yep, I got the little monitor next to me here.
Played 42-51. He subbed in at the 60 or 6-minute 51. So no, he would have sat somewhere else briefly.
Okay.
Very briefly, I think, right? Unless I'm doing math wrong. No, because that would have been 5:09. Yeah, no, you're right. He played the whole fucking game. Yeah, no, I think you're right. That's ridiculous.
He didn't sit after that. So to pile on to your point, he would be a great system MVP candidate with the Knicks because Tibbs could play him into the ground.
Sorry, I'm still trying to do this math. I don't know if that's right. No, I think that's right. Holy shit. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
In 51 seconds, and he checked in at the 6:51 mark.
No, he did. He played the entire rest of the game.
Yep.
Huh.
So that's just one of those, they didn't really have anybody else in this game to put in outside, to really score for them because Jalen didn't have it today. You said it. He found other ways to impact the game. It was actually pretty impressive by him to do so, but he put up Kyrie playoff shooting numbers. 7 of 23. Felt like I was not really, but he did shoot 7 of 23. He couldn't buy a 3.
He was shooting some of those in that fourth quarter. I was like, know the moment, man.
Exactly that. It's like these two guys are both on career nights. What is happening here? I get that he is the guy, and ultimately, I think he was getting good shots. He just wasn't hitting them. Jalen, I always hate when people do this shit. He looked like he was hurt. He looks like he is hurt. He shouldn't have played in this game. But
he was short on everything.
Yeah,
I think he's sick. Something's got to be. He's got to be something.
Got the Kristaps cold.
Yeah, bro. Kristaps. How fucking sick can that guy be? He hasn't played in forever. What was I going to say? I will say to Jalen's defense, I think some of the shots were a little bit forced. These guys were face guarding Pritchard and Derrick White at fucking half court in the fourth quarter.
They were. No, Chauncey Billups. So the funny thing about this game was before in the pregame presser, Chauncey Billups touched a lot about his team's defense because since they've started to kind of win games, at least more than they were, that's been their calling card. Like they've got people to buy in on defense, and he talked a lot about it. And then they just come out in this game and like they're getting absolutely slaughtered by the Celtics offense. Granted, there's 2 guys on career nights, but going into the fourth quarter, they couldn't stop. They were a revolving door. Like that's what it was for Boston. And whatever he said to those guys in the huddle, they were full court pressing at the beginning of the fourth quarter. They were denying them the ball. They were up on them at the 3-point line. They didn't give them any space, so much so that, like as I said before, Pritchard had like a wide open lane to go to the basket every time if he wanted it because they were overcommitting to run him off the 3-point line. And whatever it is that they did worked for them. It got them motivated. They had guys making shots, which was sort of a theme for the entire night. Like they didn't shoot poorly. And it got them within 8. Like there was a point in this game that it was like, are the Celtics going to let this slip away? There wasn't enough time for it to feel like really, really scary. But if there was like an extra 3 minutes, I would have been like, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen for the second time in 3 games?
Yep. They're hitting some big fucking shots, man. Not going to get any credit because Derrick White and Payton Pritchard scored 84 fucking points. Al Horford was great. 12 rebounds, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Remember the version of Al Horford we talked about earlier I guess later in the show.
Spoiler alert. People
Earlier
are
today.
the show.
This felt like 2022 finals run Al Horford. This felt like, yeah, this is the fucking guy. He was awesome. Shout out to Al. Who else played in this game? Sam Hauser couldn't hit shit.
Hurt himself.
Luke Burnett was fine. Sam Hauser did hurt himself. Yes, and that looked not good. He looked like he sprained some shit.
He was guarding, I think it was Scoot on a drive, and he played really great defense. Like I was sitting next to Bobby Kravitsky, and I was like, wow, like what a defensive possession from Hauser. I actually thought on that defensive possession he was going to get a block, which we had in the prize.
I didn't think I thought he sprained it when he was on offense.
No, he came down the court and was laboring, and he was sitting in the corner, and then he fouled the next possession down the court.
No. I got to check now. I think it was before that.
I mean, maybe it was before that, but he played a hell of a defensive possession for hurting himself.
Let me look. I'm gonna take a look. I'm curious now. Do you know around when it was?
Let's see what you found. It was like at the end of the game. Like go in the play-by-play and find when Jordan Walsh subbed in with like a minute left.
Yeah. Personal take foul. Sorry, I gotta find it. I think he was going to set a screen for Jalen, and then he pulled up and he hurt himself. I think it was right here. It got cut off, but I think this was it. You can't see the actual screen, but he goes to set a screen for Jalen, and then he ends up like limping away. See, and then he goes to sit in the corner, and then
maybe the
reason we were talking about it is because they didn't. Well, he heard it there, and then after that was the was a take foul because the Celtics had their whole possession, and then the Henderson miss was after he subbed out.
No, it was he made the bucket, but he played good defense.
I see. Let me look. Let me see. Maybe
bad.
I'm wrong. I could no. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn he heard it when he was going to set that screen. He looks okay here, right?
Well, yeah, he's defending him. He might have heard it on this drive.
No.
Yeah, I guess not.
I don't know.
Maybe
Regardless,
it looked thing that happened.
I think he stepped on a foot when he was going to set a screen. Regardless, he looked like he was in a lot of pain. Like that's not a good thing moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what happened, I feel like I'm a little less concerned than I would have been if he had heard it playing that defensive possession because there was no clear indicator of when he would have hurt himself. And I just was like, damn, did he hurt his adductor again? He was dealing with that injury for a little while. And like, that sucks, dude. Like you need that muscle to slide on defense. That would be a tough setback in a season where we've been like, it'd be really nice if Sam Hauser was playing the defense he played last year and he's finally gotten healthy enough to kind of do so. That would be tough.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see. Hopefully he's all right, but he might be out for a little bit. Also great. Jordan Walsh looked good in this game, man. He had a rise up 3. Got a bunch of rebounds. I think he had 7 rebounds and 3 were offensive rebounds, which was,
he was
active.
active.
6 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end. Hit 1 3, had 1 block, only took 1 shot, and he made it. 1 assist. Good game from him. And then Nimi, I think is the last guy we haven't talked about either. He was all right. Luke was all right too, but I think we mentioned that. But big hustle game from Jordan Walsh. Got 20 minutes in this one, and shit, if Hauser's hurt, he might play a little bit more.
What a night. What a night, man. No Miles Norris. Can't believe it.
No Miles Norris. But you know what we do have?
What we have?
We have PrizePicks. PrizePicks, the best place to win real money sports action. Make sure to go check it out. Obviously, use code CLNS when you sign up for PrizePicks. Sam and I don't think we hit on our PrizePicks tonight. We had Jalen points, rebounds, assists, and I just don't think he got
a Hauser block.
Nights. Yeah, did he not get a block either?
No block.
That's on me. Hey, hands up, that's on me. Regardless, make sure you go sign up for PrizePicks. It's the best place again to win real money sports action down the stretch of this basketball season. Went up to 1,000 extra cash available in so many states around the U.S., including right here. More than 30 states, I should say, to be exact, including California, Texas, Georgia, Florida, and obviously Massachusetts, baby. Best way to win real money this basketball season, which players are going off. Make sure to turn your sports opinions into real money. Tune into the pregame show. Sam and I are not winless. Well, no, let me rephrase. We're winless, but we have not lost every time. We did push once. So we are 0-4-1 now. So while you might not want to listen to us for PrizePicks,
no,
you should use PrizePicks because you're probably much better than we are. Regardless, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Excuse me. Download the app today. Again, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. PrizePicks, run your game. Is there anything else from this one you wanted to chat about before we get on out of here? Should we just wrap it up?
I think that's it. I mean, it really was just a one angle game here. It was Pritchard and White doing something we've never seen before, something they've never done before in terms of career highs, and then Jalen struggling but finding a way to still try and beat. How many times Jalen turned the ball over today, actually? Did he have a clean game or not? Jalen,
he had 3.
Not bad. Not as bad as it is sometimes.
No. A few of them were the classic dribbled off his own foot, though. The one that bothered me the most was when Derrick White was red hot and he tried to feed him and he just threw the ball to point. I didn't
manage to hit Derrick with a shoe in the locker room, though.
It's true. I did not expect the Pritchard and Derrick White versus Jabari Walker game coming into this, though. So that was an interesting surprise, to say the least. But
this is why they play all 82. This is the NBA where amazing happens.
This is why they play. So who's getting the 80-point game next? Who is it going to be? Kristaps and Luke?
Kristaps,
us? Shit. They get the call up. Regardless, let's throw it over to the rest of the show.
All right. Welcome back. Let's get to your emails. A reminder, as always, you guys can email us at hbtcpod@gmail.com. That's hbtcpod@gmail.com. We got a couple today. First one from Preston Lilly. Says, if you guys had to make all NBA teams, but all Celtics teams using players from the last 8 years from the 2017-18 season onward, based solely on accomplishments and fit in a single season, what would those teams look like, preferably for a second, third, original format, guard, forward, center? Example, the ass team would be 2021 Carson Edwards, 2021 Evan Fournier, 2022 Malik Fitz, 2022 Jabari Parker, and 2020 Vincent Poirier. I forgot to say you can only use a guy once. Have a good one, guys. Preston.
Let's talk about the ass team. This feels a little bit mean. Jabari Parker, not fair. He was actually good in the one playoff series he played in. Malik Fitz, good vibes guy. The others are all fair.
Yeah. I'd put Dennis Schroeder on the ass team. He was ass when he was with the Celtics. I don't care what anyone says. I thought he was ass.
Jack's public enemy number one.
I'd put 2020
him. Lonnie Walker.
2024 Malcolm Brogdon in the playoffs. Ass team. Sorry, we're doing good team. I'm getting caught up. That's a good question. So
Jason Tatum.
Which one
year?
Is the question?
Right,
which
last
Jason
year?
Tatum? Because you've got to put a Jason Tatum in there, so it's a matter of which one. Last year, Jason Tatum was not bad.
2022 Rob.
I might pick this year, Jason Tatum. I think this
Might
is
be
the
this
best he's
year.
ever played. Because with the playmaking and the defense, and I mean the shooting is a little down, but he's taking 2 more threes a game, and he's sacrificing that 2%. So he's actually making half more threes, and he's having an extremely efficient year from 2. He's just taking 1 less. I'd probably take this year, Jason Tatum. His assists are up by almost 1. His rebounds are up. His turnovers are up a little bit. That's a little bit natural. He's averaging the same points. I think I'd take this year, Jason Tatum.
I forgot that this year was eligible, to be honest with you. Don't know why, but I did.
I'll take this year, Jason Tatum. Yeah.
I would say 2022 Rob before he got hurt. He was incredible.
2022 Rob.
He was like defensive player of the year's level good.
See, I think my problem with this exercise is it's a bit fruitless because I think the best version you could possibly make of the Celtics is just the current roster. Maybe some last year, maybe some this year. Because I would take Al and or Porzingis over that version of Rob. Like I would take that front court over that version of Rob.
You
Maybe
would take
I'm crazy.
current Al.
I would take probably.
I mean, you could pick Prime Al too. I mean, that's the thing.
I don't know if I want Prime Al though. I think the my issue is like, would I take a version of Horford
today?
Would I take like it would probably be that first year he was back, Al, where he was like top 10 DPOY, 21-22, Al Horford. He averaged 10, 7 and 0.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, shot. Actually, no, it'd be the year after that where he shot 45% from 3 in the regular season. That's the Al I would take, right? But then would I take that or would I take, last year Kristaps Porzingis? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Rob was phenomenal, but if I'm building the best possible team, in my opinion, I think I would have to take one of those 2 guys. You can take yours. We can build separate teams. We can draft if you actually want to, like, each of us, like, make our own team.
We can draft quick.
Oh, he wants first, second, and third team, though. I feel like it'd be more fun if we draft. First, second, and third team's a lot. But we can do first, second, and third team because that would avoid my my
okay, that's fair.
Because I would have to pick.
Okay.
Let me pull up a what's it called? Google Sheets so we can actually list out teams real quick. So it can be on the screen. I need to find
I'm flipping through my head thinking about different guys that I'd pick. It's hard with it's going to be hard with the forward spots because Tatum Brown. And let's only pick Tatum Brown once.
Well, yeah, he said that. Look at the PS. Okay. So I mean, first team has to be. I think this year Tatum is the best Tatum, so I'd put him at the fourth.
I would say last year Jalen.
I agree. I think that was the best version.
Specifically, March on.
I think last year Derrick White was the best version of Derrick White as well. I think he was pretty incredible last year, defensively and otherwise. Can we cheat a little?
You would like put him like if you could put like this is not like building a team. This is like if you were giving out NBA awards, like you would pick him over like let's say 2020 Kemba that was an all-star starter.
I guess I didn't think about it that way. It's not building a team; it's the best. Yeah, you're probably right. It'd probably be that all-star.
It probably has to be Kyrie. Unfortunately, the 2018 Kyrie was pretty good and he was fun.
Let me look. You're right. It's not building a team. It is overall. Let me see that. So the Kyrie best Kyrie year. Yeah, he had 24. Actually, that's second year. The second year Kyrie had better stats, but the first year Kyrie was
was a real headache.
I know, but it was 24, 4 and 5 versus 24, 5 and 7. So I'm fine with either. If we want to pick the non-headache version, that's fine with me.
Yeah, let's do year one. Everyone was excited. The vibes were good.
Okay, I'll take that then. So
I would say Kemba in the second spot.
That's fine with me. Do we want to go the Depoy Al? Or not the Depoy Al, but the best version of Al since his return, or do we want to go something else for the center spot? Do you want to go Rob? Do you think that version of Rob when he was almost the Depoy was the best center of the last 8 years in the Celtics?
Man, it's such a good question. I feel like Porzingis was better last year.
He probably was. Now,
especially statistically.
are we being cringe? Porzingis only played 57 games. Are we doing a 65 game minimum?
No, they did technically put that in last year. So uneligible, banned.
No, I think last year Porzingis would also be my pick.
I would say he exceeded expectations in games played last year too.
Yeah, he played 57.
Just factoring that in.
So we happy with this first team?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to go Al or Rob? I think Porzingis, Al, Rob is going to be our center spot anyway. So
okay, yeah, I would go like 18 or whichever one was his All-Star season. I don't know if it was
Al?
18. I think it was 19 that he was the All-Star.
Horford over Rob though for second team. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, he was an All-Star 17-18, which was 13.
Oh.
Yeah, he was unbelievable that year.
I saw the mixtape. Nate put it on Twitter today of like Horford's first year on the Celtics, and it was like the difference of shit that he was doing. Like he was driving past dudes and dunking, and he was playing an athletic game. Now he's literally just catch and shoot off the bench.
Yes, and then this version of Rob is the best, and I'll make these.
You can leave it small because it's a third team.
No. Make it the real size. Okay. Now we figure out the rest. This is where it gets a little tricky. D-Point Marcus has to be our point guard on one of these teams, surely, right?
Yes.
Now, I don't want to cause problems. Was last year Derek White better than any Marcus Smart we've ever gotten?
I mean, I think we saw more like offensive creation and like reliability from Derek. I would say you could put him there. I think they're probably on the same team.
Okay. So, and then.
Yeah, that's what I would do. And then Drew Holiday.
Now, I'll wait till you're unfrozen. Okay, you're unfrozen. Are we allowed to choose? Like, can I choose 2024 playoffs Drew Holiday? Or does it have to be regular season? You know what I'm saying?
I think you get the playoffs included. It's a package.
So I'll take last year Drew Holiday then on this team. And that leaves one guard. Oh, I mean, surely it's just right.
Yes. And for those that are going to be like Isaiah, the cutoff was 17-18. So that he was the year before.
Cutoff was 17-18. Okay. And then the forwards is where we get a little tricky.
2020 Gordon Hayward was actually good.
I was gonna say, 2019-20 bubble Gordon Hayward, or not bubble, but like that season.
No, like even at the beginning of the bubble, like when they were starting the playoffs, like the talk was he is the best guy on that team.
Is he second team though? I mean, we can put him there for now.
If we can think of three other legitimately good forwards.
Yeah, because he averaged 17, 7, and 4 that year. Like that's pretty unbelievable. Does Sam Hauser make a team just because? He might. I mean, there's no other forwards. They've had the same forwards for the entire time. Probably. He probably does. I don't.
Shea Brissett get on?
Hell no. Absolutely
not on Jack's watch.
Honestly, people aren't gonna fuck with this answer. Grant Williams might get on a fucking team.
We already said
bro, he averaged. I guess he only averaged 8 and 5. That's not that good. But his defense that year was unbelievable.
I feel like I am forgetting somebody that was on like these teams and played forward minutes. Like, but
I don't know if we are. I think it's because they've had the same fucking forwards ever since Tatum. Let me check the 17-8. Oh, do we want to go like Marcus Morris?
Marcus Morris. Yeah. Yeah, he was
first
really
year Marcus Morris averaged 14 and 5.
Yep.
So like I don't think he was amazing, but that's probably one of the best forwards we'll get.
You have Sam Hauser probably last year.
Maybe, yeah. Let me double check we're not forgetting anybody. I don't think so. I think
who was coming off the bench the year they made the finals? It wasn't him.
No, I don't think anybody really. I'll double check. I'm going year by year. 1 sec. No one really there. Grant Semi-Ojale.
Oh, it was Grant.
Yeah,
that was the guy. That
Grant.
Minutes.
Neesmith didn't really play. Josh Richardson played 44 games. It's probably just Sam and Grant, really. Like,
Okay, very
I
fair.
think so. Like, I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I think it's just last year, Sam Hauser, and first year Grant was actually good.
22, Grant.
Yeah.
Then he started learning how to like try and pump fake and take guys off the dribble, and it got rough.
Yes.
He
Yeah,
started
it'd
to try and
be
create shots.
yeah, 20. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the answer.
Okay. I think that's satisfactory. And if anybody in the comments has anything to say about it, feel free. If we forgot somebody and you were screaming at your screen this whole time, please let us know.
I don't think we
tried
were.
really hard
I
not
looked through
to.
all the teams. I think we got it all. This is the answer. Thanks, Preston. That was a good question. Second, last email of the day. We got Troy. Troy says, "Hey guys, I'm writing this after the Corrales pod. I felt inspired to give my non-expert view. Cavs. Celtics played the Cavs 4 times in the games where they had the full complement of perimeter guys. They are 2-0. They are 0-2 without JB, D White, or Drew missing, or KP. But you said perimeter guys. Having said this, Celtics have led the Cavs in the fourth in both those games, and Mitchell went insane in both. They're also looking to prove themselves like the Cavs or like the Celtics were last year, so clearly they wanted this more. The rest of the East, Indy appears to be rounding in form, whilst Orlando can only score when I have money on their under." OKC. This is an unpopular take because I'm seen as a hater, but OKC to me are a right-hand dominant team. By this, I mean they're winning the majority of their games, but SGA dominating and their D being suffocating. The D will be a similar level in the playoffs, but the opposition will also lift their intensity, matching the D on the opposite end. OKC is full of young, long guys. They're playing hard all season. Remainder of the West are old and much more experienced. If the OKC get through to the finals, they'll be dangerous because I'm assuming they figured out how to play without SGA being truly dominant. The rest of the West, I'm not afraid of anyone else in the West except Jokic going nuclear. Anyways, guys, I'm still extremely confident the Celtics going back-to-back. Anything can happen from here. But if all teams play their best, the Celtics are best set up to beat the teams with their left hand more than anyone else. They dominated last year's playoffs playing that specific way. If you can keep KP and everyone else fit, there's no reason to believe they can stop anybody. There's no reason to believe anybody can stop them, I should say, when it is fully engaged. Cheers, Troy. Yeah.
You know what's incredible? And I'm sure we talked about this in the summer, but I thought about it again watching the documentary this week. The Celtics haven't gone back-to-back since the fucking 60s. Like, since Bill Russell was on the team, the Celtics have not won back-to-back championships. That would be pretty remarkable if this was the first iteration that has done it since then. I mean, it's very possible.
It is just unfathomably hard to win back-to-back championships in any sport. Like, this is not just a basketball thing. Like,
unless you're Manchester City.
Unless soccer, yes. But, like, no team has repeated in basketball since the Warriors. Before that, it was the Heat, right? And before that, it was the Lakers. Like, we're talking once every decade, right?
The Heat Lakers ones are pretty close together. It was Lakers, Mavs.
Oh, yeah, those
Heat.
Lakers. Yeah. Yeah, man. I know, it's weird. But, like, we're talking the teams that did it had top 10 players of all time, each of them, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Steph Warriors, LeBron Heat, Kobe Lakers, and then even going back to the team before that, it was the Kobe Lakers with Shaq Lakers, another potential top 10, and then before that, it was the Jordan and Hakeem, so like another top 15 player. Like, we're talking about considered some of the best players in the history of the sport. So
yeah, I guess like Hakeem is the worst guy to repeat ever. Yeah,
and he's like top 15 of all time, probably, and you could probably make an argument.
The rest of them.
You could probably make an argument for Hakeem being top 10 all time. I don't think I'd put him there, but
sure.
like,
I'm only trolling. Still one of the greats, but it is funny like when you're like, yeah, Hakeem Olajuwon was the worst guy actually.
Bro, listen to this. At his peak, Hakeem Olajuwon, I don't even know which season you'd consider his peak. I'll do this one. When he won MVP, he averaged 27, 12, 4, 1.5, and 3.7 blocks.
I was like, damn, that's Embiid until the blocks.
At his peak was 24 points, 14 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 2.1 steals, 4.6 blocks. Well, what the fuck do you want, man? Unbelievable.
Worst guy to ever win back-to-back.
Only won 2 defensive player of the years too, which is he averaged 2.1 and 4.6 and didn't win DPOY. How's that for you? Dennis
Yeah,
Rodman
I
won
guess
DPOY that year.
that really
That's
is
crazy.
like the most forgotten like back-to-back championships, and even that could
Dude.
be Mickey Mouse because Jordan was playing baseball.
Listen, man, I didn't watch the season. Obviously, didn't watch the season. Hakeem got second in DPOY voting, averaging 2.1 steals, 4.6 blocks. And Dennis Rodman got first in DPOY voting, averaging 0.6 steals and 0.7 blocks. I'm not saying that's the end all be all of defense, but he also averaged 5 more rebounds than Dennis Rodman.
You know what this makes me think of is when Anthony Davis was like, Wemby's only going to win Defensive Player of the Year because of the media narratives, and then somebody just posted the stats side by side, and Wemby's averaging like almost 5 blocks a game.
Yep. Crazy, man. Anyways, next thing, thank you for the emails. We appreciate it. Let's jump over to the NBA standings. A reminder. Nope, I always do that. Every time I go to check something, there's no reminder with the NBA standings. A reminder, Cavs are in first place. There you go. There's your reminder for the NBA standings. Cavs in first, Celtics in second. Knicks in third still. Let me share the screen real quick. Rest of the East, the Bucks, Pistons, and Pacers are still fighting it out for that final play-in or playoff spots, I should say. Bucks are 15.5 games back, as are the Pacers, 35 and 25 each. Bucks are hot lately, 8-2 in their last 10. Pistons are 9-1 in their last 10, but they're still a game behind the Bucks and the Pacers because all three teams are hot. Heat, Magic, Hawks, Bulls filling out that play-in. Nets and Sixers both 2.5 games behind the Bulls. Raptors 4 games behind them, and then the Hornets and the Wizards are down there hanging out.
Cavs, multiple 10-game win streaks this season. Pretty impressive. I wanted to see how long I could just have said Cavs before you were like, in what?
I've learned my lesson.
Cavs.
I've learned my lesson.
Oh, man. It kind of sucks that Milwaukee's figuring things out. I think it was more fun when they were dead and they were a laughing stock and they were down where the Sixers are. I think it's pretty remarkable that those two teams were in the same conversation in November. Like, we were like, which team is more dead? And I actually think I was like, I think the Bucks are more dead because they have everybody playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't have been more wrong. I mean, I don't think they're like a legit title contender. Like, I'm like not moved, but you know, that's a team that has talent. Like, Giannis is an incredible player. Dame is an incredible offensive player. Like, if I'm the Cavs, I'm not thrilled about seeing them in the second round. I'm curious what the head-to-head is between those teams this year. I'm gonna look it up. It's got to be competitive.
Who, the Bucks and the Sixers?
Cavs.
Oh, Bucks and the Cavs?
Bucks. Yep.
I have no idea. I'd assume the Cavs have kicked their ass a little bit, but maybe I'm wrong.
So the Cavs had the benefit of playing them twice in November and then in December, and they haven't played since then. But Cleveland has won all 3 games. The first 2 games were close. It was a 114-113 win, and then a 116-114 win, and the games were 2 days apart. So it was like back-to-back thrillers, like almost like playoffs.
Oh, I remember those. Darius Garland hit a game winner, I think I remember in one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like it was the point of the season where we were like rooting on the Bucks' downfall. So we were like, this is hilarious. Like, they lost to the Cavs twice.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, we just were like the Cavs or whatever team still.
Yeah.
Like, what did we pick? I think I picked the Cavs like 6th this year.
Yeah, I picked them like 6, 7, 8, whatever. Western Conference. Thunder still up top. 10.5 games ahead of the Lakers, who have now taken second place in the West. Nuggets in third, Grizzlies in fourth. Rockets have dipped down to 5, but that top 5 is sort of, I don't want to say safe because the Warriors are only 3 games behind the Rockets now. Warriors 8-2 in their last 10. Warriors are half a game above the Timberwolves in that 6th seed. Timberwolves, Kings, Clippers, Mavs 7 through 10 in the play-in. Suns 3 games behind the Mavs. Blazers only 1 game behind the Suns. Spurs only 1 game behind the Blazers, and then the Pelicans and Jazz are at the bottom.
So since the trades, the Lakers and Warriors have been like everything that the national media tells you that those teams are, like, before this all happened. Like, when they're like, watch out for the Lakers or watch out for Steph and the Warriors that are still relevant, like ESPN's pushing it down everyone's throats. They're finally right. Like, those teams have figured out they've started winning basketball games. The Lakers have won 7 straight, as you can see on the screen. The Warriors are 9-1 in the games that Jimmy plays in. They've been really, really good since he's joined. They might be real. They might be on a crash course to play each other in the first round of the playoffs, which I think would be fun. I know we discussed it last time. Mavs Lakers is the dream. It's no longer the dream. I think the NBA would not like to see that, the way things have gone for the Mavs, which we'll talk about.
I still think they'd like to see it, but it'd be
They'd just
awful.
like to see a sweep,
Mhm.
like a shit kicking from the
Bro,
Lakers.
think
against
about
the
how
Mavs.
many clips would be Luka
Luka looking at Nico Harrison.
Obviously.
Yeah. I think that's pretty valid. Another point you made was Houston, Golden State. Houston has lost 11 out of 16. I was scrolling Reddit to try and find like NBA talking points today. By the way, the only thing I saw were Lakers clips, like just clips of different plays from the Lakers game. Like that was the only thing on the NBA
Next
Reddit.
decade, get ready.
Fucking terrible. I couldn't find any news. But yeah, the Rockets have been not good. Celtics played them at the absolute wrong time, by the way. It was a great game against the Rockets, but they caught them when they were red hot. Golden State could realistically catch them. And I think that is more likely going to happen than not. The way the two teams are trending, that's just kind of how it feels.
Yeah.
It absolutely sucks that the Lakers are like back. Like
really good. Like really, really good.
Like they're at the point where everyone can go online and be like, watch out for the Lakers. And we have to be like, yeah, maybe watch out for the Lakers.
It's crazy that since trading AD for Luka, their defense has been like even better.
I still am skeptical of a playoff series where someone's targeting them, but
exactly.
Like I'm not saying like they're gonna lose in the first round, but are they gonna beat OKC? I don't know. Are they gonna they did beat Denver in the last game they played against them, but we'll see.
It's also
how it goes.
I don't know if rejuvenated LeBron is the right word, but he has been on one. He's been a
He's
motherfucker
pumped.
for the last month. I know he's been like God himself for the past month. Like 25-year-old LeBron. It's insane. How about the Clippers? I feel like last time we looked at the standings, they were in 6th. Now they're all the way down to 9th, 4-6 in the last 10.
I looked at the standings when you said, how about the Clippers? And I don't know if you could see my eyes. I was scared. I was like, where are they? Where'd they go? Where'd the Clippers go?
Yep. All the way down there. See you later.
I really would love an LA playoff series. That's my number one pick. I want to see it.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. They both play at different arenas now. They have the Wall.
Yeah, but like
Steve Ballmer.
But like the personnel, I feel like it's just very not entertaining. Like
is Kawhi
Harden
playing
versus LeBron? Kawhi's playing, yeah. So I guess if Kawhi's healthy for the playoffs,
like Clippers like kind of have star guys. They're just like old. It's like 2013 Celtics. Like that's what it is.
I guess, yeah. Or we'll see if they're that Celtics team or the Nets team that traded for him, I guess. Regardless, let's go next thing. Kyrie Irving tore his ACL. It was tough to watch. You felt bad for the guy. I mean, he went to shoot the free throws in like tears because he didn't know if he could stay in the game or not. And so he went to the line, shot the free throws. Man, the map. Like, listen, most of it is self-inflicted. Like, most of the drama surrounding the Mavs in terms of why people are talking about it is self-inflicted. They have also just caught the worst possible fucking injury luck to go along with it. Like, I saw part of it was like, well, maybe if they didn't trade Luka, they wouldn't have to run Kyrie into the ground. Valid.
That's very true.
Like, fair.
Yes.
Maybe they shouldn't have traded for an injury-prone star. Yep, correct. But like Daniel Gafford's missed a million years. Dante Exum was out for the start of the season. He's back. But
Jaden Hardy just hurt his ankle.
Jaden Hardy hurt his ankle. Derek Lively's out for a long time. Like, they're just in a rough spot. And this Kyrie ACL thing is just like the cherry on top in the worst way. They're not going to get Cooper Flag. But that would require the Suns to not be morons, and they're not going to do anything. We'll see, though, man. It's tough. It's tough for the Mavs. You feel for them. And now, I mean, Anthony Davis and his agent are reportedly saying, like, hey, maybe we'll hold him out, which at this point, yeah. That's what I would do if I'm Anthony Davis. Why would I want to risk my injury if you're not gonna have Kyrie or anything? So just the season from hell for Dallas.
The funniest part of the AD thing is the way it was reported is he's huddling with his representatives to discuss this. Like it's a big play call. I don't think there should be any debate whether or not he should try and get back. Like,
shut him down.
I mean, shut him down, dude. The season's dead. Like, Kyrie's gonna miss the rest of this year. He's probably gonna miss a good amount of next year too. And when he comes back, he probably won't be like the player that they're hoping he's gonna be. Like, it's not gonna be the Kyrie that Nico Harrison was like, well, we still have this guy if we trade Luka. Like, it's not that guy. I mean, he could get back to a really good level, but I think there's going to be growing pains when you come back from the injury. Just look at how the Kristaps thing went this year, and like that's one example.
The worst part is Kyrie was fucking awesome. He got hurt. Like he was playing at a ridiculous level.
He went off against the Lakers last week when it was like Luka's first game against them. Kyrie had 35 in that game. He came out guns blazing. Like he looked awesome. Really, really unfortunate. Here's what I'm going to say. And this is not because it's Kyrie. The guys shooting the free throws after they get hurt and like they're clearly not going to play. I think it is a little ridiculous.
Well, you don't know for sure. Like you do it just
I suppose you don't know. The reason why I say this is not related to the pros at all, but like a guy in my men's league like tore his MCL and like we all knew he fucking hurt himself and he was like, I want to shoot the free throw.
That is crazy. But the other part of it,
he missed it, and then we had to foul somebody to get him out of the game.
The other part of it in the NBA, if it's a close game, if he doesn't take the free throws, the other team gets to choose who takes them. So you're just screwing your team out of 2 points because they would just choose the worst fucking person to shoot the free throws. And
I didn't know about the choose rule. I knew that he can't play for the rest of the game.
I'm like 90% sure that is what it is. So which would make some sense as to why you would want Kyrie over Dwight fucking Powell shooting the free. You know what I'm saying? Like that's 2 points on the board.
They pull him off the bench. Actually, Dwight Powell's probably playing real minutes in these games.
He's starting.
Playing. Yeah,
I know.
No, but yeah, the problem is not so much in the NBA. It's bleeding into like Rhode Island men's league basketball, where guys are like, let me shoot the free throw."
Yeah,
that's just
stupid.
go put ice on it, dude. Sit out.
That's dumb. That's dumb. But yeah, Mavs season from hell. Next thing, LeBron James reached 50,000 points regular season and playoffs. I don't like. There's not much to talk about for the accomplishment, but I wanted to talk about something else that is like tandem part of this, and you can talk about LeBron too if you want. It's unbelievable that he reached 50,000
I'm not going to hate on him.
That's ridiculous thing that he reached 50,000 points. That sounds fake. I think it is so unbelievably stupid that we don't just count points for playoffs.
Damn it! That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it is. It's dumb, right? Like we should always count this. It should always count the playoffs.
Yes,
like
it
that should be
part
always
count.
Now, I will say there is a part of it that is. You could be an unbelievable player, but your team is fucking dog shit for years. And so you are screwed out of all these lists and accomplishments because you just are unable to reach those heights.
Mm-hmm.
However, I feel like we should just reward the players who are able to get that far. I that's my take. But
I mean, you know me, I'm a big reward the winners guy. I don't think you should be on an all-star team if your team's not in the playoffs. I probably take it too far. I think you should be rewarded for, just think about the stretch LeBron had in the last decade where he made the finals like 8 straight times or however many times it was. Like, he earned the opportunity to score that many points. Like, he had to keep winning games. Like, it's not – maybe points in the NBA shouldn't be looked at as if you're, like, playing the slot machine, even though it's not that. And, you hit the bonus spins and you just keep getting free spins and you get more and more money. But, like, you kind of earned it. Like, I don't care. Give it – like, he should have 50,000. He scored 50,000 points. His record will not say that. And that's kind of stupid. Like, he's still put the ball in the basket that many times. Like, you want to get real pissed off. Think about how Tatum had the 50 ball in the playing game in 2021, and it doesn't even count. Not even there. You won't even see it when Tatum surpasses whatever total point mark he does. Like, he should have had it 50 points ago, but he won't.
So, obviously, LeBron James has the most points scored all time in the playoffs, right? You know how many he's scored in the playoffs?
He's got to have like almost 10,000 because he passed 40,000 regular.
He's at 8,100. 8,100. You want to know second? Guess who's in second place? No.
Don't
overthink.
I didn't guess. Kobe. Is it Mike?
Oh, it's just Mike. Yeah. Do you want to guess how many points Mike has?
He's got to have. Let's see. He played like deep in the playoffs for 6 seasons, so he's probably at like 5,000.
He's at 5,900. LeBron James is over 2,000 more playoff points than anyone else ever. That's fucking crazy. Like that is unbelievable. Tatum is 41st already, by the way, which is also fucking ridiculous.
I mean, the guy has played deep in the playoffs every season except 2.
But like I'm looking at all these guys, like I'm looking at the active leaders, right? Like the bolded. It is LeBron, KD, Steph, Harden, Clay, CP3, Russ, and then Tatum. And then the guys below him are Butler, Jalen, Horford. Like, it's crazy that he is that high on the list.
Who's the worst guy that's like on this list? And you're like, why is he here? It can
in
be
terms
above
of-
Tatum.
just current players. There's not a lot. It's
Okay.
like Manu Ginobili's 26. It's Dennis Johnson's 25. Like, I'm not saying those guys are bad, but if you're comparing them to the rest, Dan Issel's 33.
Yeah.
That's your answer. As far as current guys, like it's probably Al or Clay or CP3. And those are phenomenal players as well. George Hill's 119th.
George Hill. There's your answer. Good answer.
He's still listed as a current player, which I don't know why, but anyways, next thing. Ty Jerome versus the refs, or Natalie, the ref. I don't know her first last name. I need to double check. But after the Cavs recent game
We're on a
against the Blazers,
first
I
name
think it was,
basis.
Ty Jerome said, "I thought the refs were really bad tonight, especially Natalie. She was really bad." And so Owen Phillip, who runs the F5, which is a Substack, has started posting ref reports, which I think are funny. And
I like this.
This was Natalie's ref report since 22-23 season. So let me share my screen here. Shout out to Owen Phillips. Games, possessions, fouls. This is the ref report. As you can see right here, the technical foul is pretty high. And now I'm going to play you this clip of the tech that Ty Jerome got in the game. Now we obviously don't know what was said, but just taking a gander at the way this played out. Just RKO out of nowhere. Like,
She didn't like
what?
this tone as he walked away.
He literally looked away, and it doesn't even look like he
His
has a
mouth
bad
doesn't
expression on his
move.
face. No.
Did he like fart in her direction? Is that what he did?
Dude,
and
I
she
don't
didn't
know.
like it?
I want to find this. There was another thing I saw. Cavaliers ref Natalie. It was like a how many texts they each gave out, because there were a lot of texts in that game. I want to find, somebody put like the stats together of I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it, but she gave out like 8 charge calls. Some it was a ridiculous stat, and I don't know if I can find it, but yeah, Ty Jerome went off a little bit.
I mean, it's very unwarranted tech. I mean, we watched the film. Just unless he's is he a ventriloquist? Can he throw his voice?
I don't think so.
We should ask him next time he comes to town. Be like, hey, just a ridiculous tech. So, I mean, some of these texts are so bad. Shout out to the F5 for just doing ref reports and being like,
he has it for everybody. He has
Yeah.
the ref reports for every single ref in the NBA.
Can we see this Scott Foster one?
We can't. I really want to see this, like, somebody put together the stats of like how many types of fouls each player gave during this game. Oh my god. It was like personal fouls, shooting fouls, technical fouls, and they like listed off which ref gave how many during the game. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. It's gonna piss me off because it was fun. But I can look to see if I can find the Scott Foster one in a second. The F5 Substack. See if I can find this. So this is the F5. I'll
Scott Foster's numbers should be amongst the best. He's a dog.
Yeah, the referee database. James Williams.
As we look, Derek White, 61.9% shoot or 3-point percentage in the clutch this year. That is nearly 20 percentage points above Malik Beasley at 2.
That's ridiculous.
That's fire. Derek has just been unbelievable. Like, he has been, I guess, kind of like what Drew did last year from the corners. Like, almost exactly like
that. Yes. So I need to find the Scott Foster. Okay, here.
I wish I had the Scott Foster video. Just like, actually, I might have it.
So Scott Foster. How do I click on him? I want to see. Let's see. I don't know if I can find that same what's it called? The charts.
The same metrics.
Yeah, no, I have his like how many calls he's made. Yeah, no, I don't know how to find that same
All
metric.
right.
I just don't know how to do
That's
it.
Sorry, I gave you an impossible task.
I just subscribed to Substack too. I'm like trying to find everything. I don't know. Shout out Owen Phillips, though. He's great. Last thing, Karl-Anthony Towns is hurt. Kind of. The Knicks are just dropping big men like flies left and right. He said, or Tibbs said he might not even make the trip out west. He said, quote, he needs some time right now.
Personal reasons. So
it's personal reasons. I see. I don't know what it is. He's probably dealing with something. I thought he was hurt.
yeah, he's probably got something going on. But the only reason
a good thing to put on the sheet.
I didn't put personal reasons. My bad. I kind of thought.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, my bad. No, personal reasons. I put this on the sheet because it does perhaps have impact on the standings. Like we talk about, will the Celtics fall to 3? Will they fall to 3? Well, Karl Towns is probably not going to be playing with the Knicks as they head out west, and they'll probably miss him. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes him to get back. You have to hope everything's okay, because if you're going to miss extended time for personal reasons, usually not good. And when Tibbs is publicly being like, yeah, he needs a little bit of time, something's going on.
Yeah, 100%. You know what this also means? Probably going to see some Anton Walker. Unironically.
I can't wait for his first 15-point game. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Look at this. Look at the Celtics fucked it up. No, it's fine. It'll happen. Let's go to the rat list, I think. I think that's it. What do you got?
I'm going to rat list Celtic City. Pretty disappointed to only have one episode to watch. I enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was really cool to learn more about the early championship years of the Celtics, learn about Kuzi and Russell's relationship. I just wish that we had more to watch. A documentary, you should have episode after episode after episode. Like, we know what happens. It's not like we're waiting on the story. Like, we know already.
Yeah. No, I mean, as someone who doesn't really enjoy the history of basketball, whatever, as much as I think a lot of people do, or I loved it. It was fucking awesome. I got into it. I watched the whole thing. It was sick. I was all in. So I was pleasantly surprised. Because especially I don't even watch TV that much. So I have attention span problems, but I liked it a lot. So I'm excited to watch the next one. And Ringer Park was in it, which is my local hooping ground. So it was cool to see that little feature there of somewhere where I've played basketball. Ratless Sam's internet. I'll do it for him because he's frozen right now, and it's been a rough month. Excuse me, been a rough month for Sam's internet and our connectivity as a program. So I'm actually going to pause right now, and then we'll get back to the rat list in a second. While you were frozen, I rat list your Wi-Fi for you if you'd like to chime in.
Fuck it, man. I'm so sick of it. It will randomly. I mean, unplug it, plug it in. It does not matter. We'll go a month straight, no problems at all. And then it starts to have problems, and it's just day after day after day.
This is going to be my quarterly suggestion that you just get new Wi-Fi, but I'll try again next
quarter.
I'm
not going to be here in 2 months.
Yes, but I said this 2 years ago. And you've always just said, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine.
2 years ago,
this isn't a new thing that I have suggested beforehand. This is something I have brought up maybe once a month for the past probably 3 years. And the reason I brought it up because my Wi-Fi was bad, so I bought my Wi-Fi so we wouldn't do this. And you were just like, nah. It only happens every once in a while, and it's just not once in a while. It is consistently constant. It is the exact opposite of once in a while. It could not be any less once in a while. But
I would say it's once in a while, but it's just a lot at once for a little while, and then it's gone.
Yeah, then you get a 2-week break, and then it's back.
I wish I knew what caused the 2-week break and what caused the shit show for a week. I wish I knew.
Shitty internet. What you want? Regardless. What do I
That was excellent, by the way.
Rat list paper bags. So I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I forgot, or we forgot. So I was at the Arbuck Center, and I met my roommate there, and we forgot like to bring the plastic bags we usually have. Or not the plastic bags, but like the I don't know what the fuck are they called? Like
the reusable bags.
Reusable bags. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
And so we just had to use the bags at the store, but they had paper bags, and they had the paper bags with no handles. What the fuck is the point?
So here's what I'll say about the paper bags. I absolutely agree. Dumb not to have the handles. So dumb. Because you can only carry like one in each arm.
Exactly. Barely. Because sometimes it'll like slip in the battle rip.
But also if they have the handles on paper bags, I don't know if there's a way for those handles to be sturdy because they're not.
No.
We use the paper bags as like the recycling bag for trash at my house.
Mm-hmm.
If it's pretty full and I have to grab it like with one hand to open the door while I go out, there is a 20% chance that the bag rips and I lose all my trash.
Solution?
I despise that. Actually, you know what? I'll say this. Paper bags, if you have a paper bag, you should have the twine.
Yes.
This works.
Yeah, but they won't do that for grocery stores.
They should.
Or just have fucking plastic bags. Yeah, just get recyclable plastic. You just get recyclable plastic. Just get normal plastic. Like you can make biodegradable plastic. It's just more expensive. Rat fucks, cheap fucks. What else do I want to rat list? I don't know. I'll let you can have a turn. I don't know what else I want to do. I do have one actually.
Go ahead. I have
ice skating.
One.
Not good at ice skating. Not a fan. I'm out. I don't know if there's. I think Noah took some videos. She did not post them because it would have been embarrassing.
Nice of her not to post them.
Yeah. But Bobby Manning posted a photo of me. So me, Bobby Manning, and Bobby K went ice skating after the Celtics practice yesterday. So what is today? Wednesday. So after Tuesday's practice. And we just went into like Warrior Ice Arena, which is where the Bruins practice, and it's public skating after a little while. And it's like rent skates, et cetera, et cetera. So this was the picture. You can see, so Noah, very good at ice skating, like shockingly good at ice skating. So she's over here hanging out.
Is Noah like bad at anything? Seriously, is she bad at anything? I don't know. Other than like knowing things that aren't basketball, like knowing pop culture or music.
Probably bad short-term attention span. Like she will stop talking in the middle of a conversation and then not remember what she was talking about, and so I'll just give up on the conversation. Okay. So there's that. But she's like jumping in the air, landing backwards on one foot, like ice skating, like really, like what the fuck good at ice skating?
That's like testing your luck. You might as well go play blackjack.
And then there's Bobby K, who, as he said, I've looked like a 70-year-old man trying to ice skate, but he was getting out there. And then there's me not letting go of the fucking rail. I didn't fucking like it. And listen, the problem was less I am going to fall. Or like I didn't fall. The problem for me was I constantly felt like I was gonna fall. Like just the feeling of I'm unbalanced, don't love.
Yeah.
So I started on like figure skates and then swapped out for hockey skates. Hockey skates harder but less tight on my feet, so they hurt less. Don't know if I'll be back.
Don't know if I'll be back.
I will say I was about to quit like 20 minutes in, but then I hate the feeling of quitting something, and so I went back on. And nah. Not for me.
So this is a complicated rat list, but I'm going to rat list discussion at my workplace. So at my job, I would say the knowledge of me doing all this stuff is like, it's like Spider-Man, like Peter Parker. How many people know he's Spider-Man? Like not that many. And there's a reason for that, because I don't want, I wouldn't say that I ignore my responsibilities at my job, but I do not want there to become the thought that, oh, he's not doing his job, so he can do this. There was a lot of discussion yesterday about me doing this. I moved
in a bad way?
No. but important people may now know that I do this, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So, we'll see. Got a new seat at my job. Not thrilled about that. But I have a bigger desk, which is all anybody can talk about. They're like, wow, you have so much more space. I'm like, yeah, I can move my bag from the floor to my desk because I don't need it for anything else. I don't need that extra space for anything.
Love that.
I still have my 3 screens, and that's the end of it. Also, rat list. So I had to get my new AirPods case, which is very clean. No remnants of earwax on the inside of that. I'll tell you that.
Oh, mine's cooked.
Yeah, mine's so gross. Like, I actually felt bad asking Noah to grab it for me because I was like, I really hope she doesn't open it and just see how gross it is on the inside. But anyways, I had to get this new AirPods case, and I might as well have gotten new AirPods. Actually, I would have been better off getting new AirPods with the hassle that it has caused me, because these are the same AirPods, but the case is different. So when I connect it to things, it registers that like it's like I have to find a way to disconnect the old AirPods and then reconnect them.
Do you have to do that every time?
Not every time, but I had to do it every time yesterday because my work computer would not disconnect the AirPods, and then it recognized it as something else. And then my phone stopped recognizing them, so I had to reconnect them to my phone. Then this laptop started to not recognize them. So I had to like go through the process 3 times. And I'll tell you what, getting a Windows computer to forget your AirPods is quite the fucking trial. I had to go on Reddit.
Yeah,
I had
Apple
to
and
fucking
Windows, not a
figure out how
fan.
to do it. Oh,
Not good. I don't know if I have to rat list anything else. My room's a mess right now. I have
that's okay.
I have an unfathomable amount of laundry to do. Like, there's so much. I will say anti-rat list. My latest exhibition of deleting
Is that a paper
DoorDash off
towel?
my phone. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. If I lean all the way back, I'm like looking like this. But if I put something behind my head, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can look up here, and I have paper towels in my room for when I eat.
Yeah.
So this is just, and it's like the perfect thing. It's actually a little bit too low right now. I wish it was a little more full.
Yeah, you need more.
But,
you need to stop using the paper towels.
I could use this instead.
Is that a
but this
brisk
would
can?
slide back. No, it's a can of beans. We fried beans.
Okay. All right.
Um,
With your room being a mess, what's the strangest item that you can just grab within reach?
Might be the beans.
Yeah.
Might be the beans, which I use for like tacos and bowls. I have a Valentine's Day card from one of the kids that I coached in basketball, which is actually pretty cute.
Did you get a lollipop with it?
No.
What are the characters on the card? Is it Paw Patrol? What is that?
No, it's Sonic.
Oh, all right. I didn't see it clearly. I would have recognized.
What else can I reach on my desk? There's some stuff out of reach. You can probably see it. Let me see. So I have these boxes down here. Oh, I don't want to ruin the cord. Hold up.
He's terrified. You're good for now.
You see those boxes right there?
Yep.
That is 4 cans of Brisk, or 4 boxes of Brisk. So
boxes
I have those.
Of Brisk.
And I have 5 boxes of Brisk in my room. So there's that.
It's a shame that the fountain soda machines don't have Brisk at the Garden because it's Coke, not Pepsi.
I would never leave. I would never leave. What else? I've got wrappers with my Uncrustables.
Crustables.
I have a couple books. Oh, I have these socks that my mom got us all for Christmas with my dead dog on them. No, it's just Charlie. R.I.P. Miss Charlie. Love Charlie. Good dog. I think that's about it. I have 3 books. Which, like, do you want to guess any of the books? You're not gonna guess the books.
I'm not gonna guess them. You can explain them.
They're just my book club books. We read
Killers of the Flower Moon,
which I listened to on audiobook because I did it on my walks. Midnight Library, which again mostly audiobook, but I bought it, which is another one. And I bought this one for fun when I thought I was gonna get into reading more. And I still genuinely do like reading. Since I've started these videos, I have no time to do anything.
Yeah, that's how this season goes for those that are involved. Like, I don't do as much basketball work as Jack, but like I have my job and girlfriend. Like, it's not a lot of time.
Hummingbird Salamander, which is, I don't even know really what it's about. It's kind of like about the butterfly effects type of stuff, which I think is interesting.
You ever seen that movie?
Have you ever seen what Butterfly Effect?
Butterfly Effect.
No.
Good movie. You should watch it.
I've seen the show Touch, which is about it too. Touch is a good show.
You're not a movie guy.
Find it. No.
You don't have the span for that.
But I also have this shirt. Are you familiar with Frog and Toad?
Yes, Frog and Toad's fire.
My Frog and Toad shirt. Toad sat and did nothing. Frog sat with him. I tweeted out my day list yesterday. You probably don't use your Spotify day list because you just listen to the same shit. And I just tweeted a thread of lyrics from all the songs I listened to. I tweet it didn't get much traction, but I don't care because I just did it.
I was watching it. I was getting the notification. I was like, am I gonna know one? And I didn't.
Going on a walk, this will be my entertainment. I tweeted out my day list. If I sing the lines to you, do you think you could get the songs? Probably not. You probably wouldn't get them.
No.
Are
they all like relatively new like pop songs?
No, most of them are like my day list is a lot of musical soundtracks.
I definitely wouldn't know.
You'll know one of them for sure. This one was Dear Evan Hansen. Will I ever be more than I've ever been? You might know this song. This is from Mulan. This was I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. Once
Nope.
you never? Okay.
Nope.
This is a Hamilton song. This is Wicked. This is Sabrina Carpenter. This is a pop song.
See, that could have been a rap lyric. Actually, no, it couldn't. No, it couldn't. There was one that I saw. I was like, that could be a rap lyric.
I would go almost anywhere to feel like. I don't remember what this was. I would go almost anywhere to feel like. I remember that. No, this is Moana. How far I'll go.
Okay.
This is Defying Gravity from Wicked. Hamilton. The only common thread has been your disrespect. Hamilton.
That was the one. That was the one that I thought would be a rap one.
You actually, maybe not. If there was a song from this list that you would like, it'd be this one. This one's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you talk to me when you're doing that. This is Sabrina Carpenter. And thus far, rather. Oh, this is the one you might know. This is from Lion King, which I assume you've seen because it's the fucking Lion King.
Which song is it?
I just can't wait to be king. That one? Do you know that one?
No, I know the. I actually. What is the one? Like the main one.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Yeah, that one. That one.
Okay, that one. Yeah. That's a lot. This is from Frozen. This is from Hamilton. This is Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, so it's just musicals and Sabrina Carpenter. That was the day list. I'm gonna do it again on my walk to the garden. So
you should listen to Chromacopia today. Good album.
It's
just legit good.
No, I know. I've listened to most of it.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just gonna do my day list because my day list is like the most random shit. So I'll tweet out.
It gives you the ones like to listen to.
Yeah, well, and I can tweet out the picture of what my day list is, so there's some context for people. But, anyways, that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm not gonna stick around so I can lag again. Good show.
All right, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to How About Them Celtics, and all that. Sam, take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, tell us what you thought of Jack's day list. Did you know all the songs? How many did you know? You can also subscribe and hit the bell. We're here every single day. New content drops. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps morning after each game. Other videos on the channel in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. Again, pregame streams, half hour before each tip-off. Come hang out with the chat. We'll do chat. We'll do PrizePicks. We'll do GeoGuessr. It's a banger every time. Come hang out for roundtables. We're going to be doing them once a week, hopefully, during whatever night is the off night for the Celtics. Tuesdays are usually a really good option if they're not playing. So be on the lookout for announcements of those, whether they're in pods or we do a graphic or whatever. We'll have a good cast of characters with us. Episode 1 of this season was pretty fun last night. If you missed it, go check it out. If you're craving more Celtic stuff, it is on the channel. You can rewatch. You can find us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps up there. So if you leave a 5-star review and follow us, we'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Big thanks today to Troy. And man, forgive me, who was the other name that emailed us?
Preston.
Thank you very much for emailing. Great emails. Thank you. HBTCpod to get in on the fun @gmail.com. The socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's the name of the pod. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter, Jackson NBA. His TikTok is at Jackson NBA. He's doing his breakdown videos there. Check him out. Everybody's raving about him. He's doing a great job. So check it out. And you can follow me on Twitter at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.